Hola.
Hola. Hola. Mi amo Owen.
Mi amo Bex.
And we're going to take you for a walk to buy bread, where we go every day to buy bread.
This is our house and our yard.
We would show you inside the house, but we share the house with another couple, and we'd like to help preserve their privacy as well. And so we'll just take you for a walk on our trip to
Sue.
Sure.
This is our van, Wobbly Sue, and she drove us all the way to Teotihuacan.
Yes, she's been in Teotihuacan before.
Last year. So some people may recognize her.
So we're just going to cross the street. It's quite snowy here. As you can see, we've had it snowing consistently every week or so since December, and it's really building up. We seem to be running out of places to put it.
Our neighborhood's pretty quiet most of the time.
Yeah, it's sort of semi-industrial neighborhood. A lot of car shops and light industry. We're walking through the back of an electronics supply store here, heading down to the main street where our bakery is. So as you can imagine, with all this snow and cold, we're really looking forward to being in Mexico as well. The food up here is not quite spicy enough, and we had an unfortunate incident the other night where we went as guests to a quote-unquote Mexican restaurant up here, and they served us mass-produced machine-made tortillas and didn't even bother to cook them or fry them or heat them in any way, just pulled them right out of the fridge, stuffed toppings in them, which of course instantly saturated and fell through the tacos.
It was sad.
It was a very sad experience.
Margarita was alright.
You can hear it's getting louder as we get closer to the main thoroughfare here. This is Adelaide Street in London, Ontario.
Definitely more traffic here than we'll have to deal with.
It's quite slippery underfoot as well. There's probably a good 6 inches of snow cover wherever we're trying to walk here.
It's like walking in sand.
It's very much like walking in sand, yes. Most of the people that we run into on the streets we don't actually know, unlike in Teotihuacan, as you've seen, you seem to be fairly familiar with all the local people. There are about 175,000 people in London right now, so it's a pretty...
way more than that.
375,000 people.
Yeah.
So it's a fairly significant city. So now we're going to cross through this gas station to our right, and that takes us to our amazing bakery. There's a high school across the street, or public school rather. It's a public school.
Let's see. Does it say what temperature it is outside? Where's the sign? Okay. It is -5 degrees Celsius right now.
Yep, -5 degrees. So this is our bakery. We love to come here because they always have many wonderful breads available for less than $1 on the day off, or when they're day old. Hello. Hi.
Look at all those yums.
So, what do you feel like today?
Some more leek, some pumpernickel.
The Calabrese is nice. Can you go with that?
What are these things here?
Okay, like a focaccia ring or something.
I think we'll go with the Calabrese.
Alright. I'll meet you around at the front. So you can see this is the inside of the bakery. Lots of good stuff imported mostly from Italy and the Mediterranean. Hello. We're just getting some bread and taping a video for friends of ours as we're visiting in Mexico so that they can see what's going on in our neighborhood with all the snow.
That's from the day. Hello.
Great, thank you. You as well. Alright, let's walk the other way on the way home so we can get the whole circumambulation of our block in. So it was a good find. The Calabrese is nice. It's a little cornflower in it, I think.
Pasta provincial.
A very nice flavor. So this other major street here is Horton Street, and we basically live sort of kitty corner to the intersection between Horton and Adelaide. If you're on Google Maps, it's easy to find. You can probably see our roof from the satellite view, and our van is probably parked in the driveway there as well. So you can see down there, closer to the end of the street, where London, the major downtown metropolitan area, is. Lots of large buildings and high-rises.
This part of the city is older. It's called the Old East. It's where the old downtown used to be.
It's nice. It's kind of laid back and relaxed. It'd probably be considered a more economically devastated area than most of the places in the city, so there's a usual assortment of riffraff, but it feels like a decently safe community. I think having lived here for several years, other than the snow, it's wonderful. As you can see, there's a car completely buried in snowdrift in someone's
The window's open.
garage. Where'd it go? There, you can see the window of that car is open too, so it's, I imagine, probably pretty full of snow. Anyway, you were saying?
About Danny's here.
Right.
Up here in the corner, I used to work here. It's a wine and beer making shop, so they sell materials and everything you need, equipment to make wine and beer at home, and they also have a winery in the back where they make their own.
Yeah, they've been the institution here for about 25 years. And they started when Danny, who
28, they're as old as I am.
28, yeah. Started when Danny, who's from Portugal, I believe.
Yep.
Originally, moved to London and was attempting to bottle wine that he and his friends made in their backyard in the traditional manner, and found there was no store anywhere in London where he could buy a cork with which to cork a bottle. And so I had to go to Toronto just to buy corks to be able to bottle their own wine, because no one made their own wine in the new country at that point. And so he decided to open a store providing the ingredients and reagents that people would need to make their own wine. and ever since has been an important part of the community here. So we're coming around to the other corner at the other end of our street now.
It's just a kitchen supply store, a restaurant.
Yeah, you can see some of the ice hanging on the eaves there from this place. It's a nice kitchen supply store. They have a good selection of different kitchen implements.
Most of the houses on this block are pretty old. The one right beside us, though, is interesting. The man who lives there is a carpenter. And you can't tell from the face of the street, but if you look at it from satellite view on Google Maps or something, there's this massive building out back where he manufactures furniture of all sorts. You can sort of see part of it from here now that it's winter time and the trees are bare. Let's walk around our block.
Yes, so here we are back at our home for now. It was a pleasure to meet you, even if only through video. We're sorry it took so long to get our firewire cards and everything sorted out, but glad to finally be able to send you a little Ola from the frozen white north.
Boss says it smells